Welcome back to My Trick Media. Today we have an interesting video. Tyler has no idea what's going on today, so he's going to get hit with it just like you guys are. So I pulled up a list. It's the 10 biggest fan debates in Star Wars history.
Oh, fuck.
Presented by MovieWeb.com. This article came out in 2023. So it's not like the newest thing in the world, but it's pretty new. So it has everything into consideration pretty much for movies-wise. So we can just get right into it. So number 10, Jar Jar Binks, a Sith Lord? Question mark.
No, I honestly, I thought you were gonna say Jar Jar. Holy shit, Jar Jar Binks, shit character. Yes or no?
I mean, we could just include that because I'm sure that's just out of the top 10 because it's not on here.
I understand that Jar Jar is an annoying character.
Yeah,
I don't think he's as annoying as people make it out to be.
I feel the same way. I mean, you have like C-3PO in the original trilogy.
But it's not even just that. Like, people like contradict themselves because, not to give an example, but I feel like in every movie there is like a comic relief character.
Yeah.
But no one ever is pissed about those. Like, especially in, like, you have, like, Marvel and DC. Like, there's always a character that's, like, the funny haha character. Like, in the newer, like, Suicide Squad, there's, like, the shark. You haven't seen it. So,
No.
basically, it's a shark, and he's, like, the best way to explain it to you for it to make sense. He's, like, a shark with arms and legs.
Okay.
And he's, like, the king of sharks. But he's, like, stupid.
Okay.
So he'd be like, shark? Nom nom. And he's like he's one of those characters that's like, this is ridiculous. And then, like, obviously in Marvel, you have just the constant jokes of a lot of the, like, Drax. Like, obviously he's like, he does some stuff. But, like, that's the thing with Jar Jar. Like, Jar Jar's, like, becomes, like, a spokesperson for senators. Like, he's not like, it's not like he does nothing in the movies.
But I mean, the original idea of Jar Jar, he was supposed to be Plagueis. So it's like, if you see like little clips here and there, you can look up a compilation video on TikTok or something that literally shows different scenes where it's like, all right, maybe he is using the Force to some capacity.
He's also like a different species,
right?
And he has like super jumping. He has shit that's like that species has that like is super like could be seen as
you know
Jedi,
why I think
like,
he gets as much shit as he does is because the Gungans play such a big role in the first movie, and people already don't like the first movie, and then you have the Gungans that are a huge picture in the first movie with the battle at the end of the movie. I think it's because the Gungans are on the screen so much that makes people hate Jar Jar more.
I mean, yeah, but like in the original trilogy, like you said, you have C-3PO, who is constantly annoying.
Yeah.
Luke's kind of whiny in the first and kind of the second one.
He's definitely whiny
And then
in the first.
I know you don't like it. The whole opening scene of the sixth movie
It's not that I hate
is
it.
all that kind of shit. So like,
Yeah.
I don't understand the hate. You just like, I understand why you don't like him, but for him to get more hate than what some of these other people do is weird to me. Like, he doesn't ruin that movie. Like, I've seen people say stuff about like him ruining those movies, especially the first one.
He has huge roles in the second and third movie.
Yeah,
Like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't know.
and like he's obnoxious, but like that's the whole character. Like, I don't know. Like, is he an annoying character? Yeah, but that's also the point.
Yeah.
Like,
And then also, like, with what it says.
yeah, I forgot. This whole thing was supposed to be about Jar Jar.
The Sith Lord. No, he's obviously not.
I think it was one of those things that it became like a funny idea, and then people were like, "Okay, this is weird." Like, you could mistake like being sneaky as clumsy,
Yeah.
but I mean, he's known as a clumsy fuck in the Gungans like world. So like,
Yeah, I mean, he was banished for being clumsy. Literally, that's
Yeah.
what he says in the movie. So,
Misa,
clumsy.
clumsy.
But yeah, he's obviously not a Sith Lord. And then after the fact, where he like gives the power to Palpatine and whatnot, he basically just gets exiled, kinda, and he's kind of just like a homeless guy on the streets, and he like is like a clown. He does like
Yeah, basically
acts.
after like Padme like dies,
He
like,
does
he's-
like
he's
acts
just-
for like money and stuff. He's a homeless guy afterwards, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are saying bad stuff about a homeless guy. Messed up. No.
So
No, it would be funny in theory, but it just doesn't make sense, especially with like them then making Plagueis as a character and he just... It'd be a weird operative. Like, I just don't see it.
Yeah. So I forgot to mention that this is a top 10 list, so that was number 10. Number 9 is a different vision for the sequel trilogy.
Okay.
That's just the debate. Should they have gone a different way with the sequel
Oh,
trilogy?
yeah. I think that's been like every third episode that we have that gets brought up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's become just whatever. It's one of those things that, like, every franchise has its moments of... Most franchises have their moments of, like, ass.
Yeah.
Like, I had to rephrase because they're, like, Lord of the Rings doesn't really have a down. I take that back, The Hobbit. But, but like most things have, like, down moments. And some people think it's been a down moment since 1999. So,
Yeah.
and then, Andor's the savior. But,
Andor is up for 14 Emmys.
yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
But you gotta think, like, a lot of them, too, are, like,
All costume
sets,
and
costume,
yeah.
sound. Like, Star Wars gets nominated for those, like, all the time. Usually it's the acting that they don't get the Emmys for. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But, yeah, no, I just... It's come to a fact that, like, I just... Like, we address it on here because we have to, but, like, I don't anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like... I mean, we've infinitely talked about directions, but honestly, like, even the George Lucas idea, I don't love. I don't love the Darth Maul coming back. It's better than what we got, but, like, I don't love it.
Yeah.
I would much rather... I don't mind the story of Kylo, but it should have been about Kylo, not about him, and then make it about Finn, and then and make it end up just being about Rey.
Yeah, it's like the 7th movie. I mean... Outside of dialogue, which people bitch about the dialogue in all Star Wars movies, but the dialogue being very childish in the Disney movies, which, I mean, they're fucking Disney movies. What are we expecting here? But the dialogue is pretty childish, but it's basically the 4th movie all over again. And it's like...
I understand when people say that, and I don't disagree, but, like, it is a little different.
I mean, yeah, you have to have it.
Like, the killing of Obi-Wan is nowhere near the same as killing Han, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They went it's like, obviously they went different directions, but, like, I would say it's more like it if the 5th movie technically the 8th movie played into the 5th movie, but it just goes completely left field. So,
yeah.
Like, as much as it's similar things, the payout was not the 4th movie, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
don't know.
So for the next one, it's going to pivot off of number 9, basically.
Oh, fuck, never mind.
For number 8, it's basically the prequel trilogy versus the sequel trilogy. I didn't know this was a debate.
No, it is. Some people really think that.
Like, I don't know how you can sit there, regardless of what you think of the prequel trilogy. Whatever you think, it's fine. But... having the 1 through 6 for George Lucas movies and then just adding 7, 8, 9 when it just doesn't add anything to the story. If anything, it takes away from the story in a million different ways.
It changes the story.
Yeah. I don't know how you sit there and think that the sequels are better than the prequels.
I mean, I know we've talked about it, like, off camera, but, like, there's been this weird surge of less people talking shit about the 2nd and 3rd movie and a lot of people talking shit about the 1st movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know when that fucking started. Cause, like,
I feel like it's been always that way because I feel like people went to the theater in 1999 and then just didn't. They thought the movie was going to be so much better than it was.
But my biggest thing is I don't know what they were. What did they want?
What
to
I don't
happen?
understand with the first movie is people are like, it's so boring, all this political shit. I'm like, yeah, it's setting up to get to all the other movies. What are we talking about?
Yeah, and when everybody's lives is just consumed with political shit that happens in their own life,
Right.
Like yeah, it was the early 2000s. That's what everything was fucking about. Late 90s.
This movie was set up to be that way, to set up this huge story, to get to where we got in the 4th movie, to get to where we got in the 5th, the 6th, to get to this story. Like, I don't understand why people just didn't...
Did people just want them to be like, all right, first movie, the Empire already still existed? Like, I don't... I would love to know what people wish the direction went. Like, did they wish it was like... Like, it had to have been about Vader.
Right.
Because you can't go more early than Luke, other than his like childhood. But like we basically pick up when he's a teenager.
Well, I mean, even in interviews and stuff, even Mark Hamill, when they were interviewing before the sixth movie came out, they're like, yeah, they're wanting to like go back and do like prequels to these movies to be with young Darth Vader and how he got to where he is Darth Vader and this and that. Like they've talked about it forever.
Yeah, because
So I don't know
that's the
what
only character you can't do anything with Luke, Leia, and Han. Like
Right.
that's their story. They've done nothing up to this point.
Right. And it's like, I don't understand what you went into the movie expecting. You had to get to this point where the Empire's taken over the whole galaxy.
Yeah, and you have to tell Yoda's story and how Yoda got to that place. You have to tell Obi-Wan's story about how he got to that place. So then you have to start X amount of years early. Like
Right.
I don't like you could have wanted a better movie, but like the plot of the movie, I don't know how that would be. Like you could have went less political, but that's the whole
Well, that's the
reason
whole-
they like
that's
the
the whole-
Empire is politics.
Well, also in 1977, when they came out with the first movie, they had the Clone Wars mentioned. So you had to have a war, which that's political.
Yeah.
So I don't understand like what you thought was going to happen. Like the prequels, just thinking about watching the originals is what the prequels ended up being what they should have been.
Yeah, and like I can understand people saying that the dialogue people can be upset about. I could see being upset about some of the acting in it. I could see being upset about maybe something like you don't like this character or maybe a decision that they made. But like you said, like you had to get to this point, so everything had to be based off of we have to get back to this point.
I mean, you literally have in the first movie the political stuff that's starting to move in the direction of a war, possibly. You have Palpatine moving up the ranks.
My biggest thing, I think a lot of people think Tatooine is slow. They're on Tatooine for a lot of that movie. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, I can see why people could say that that's slow, but...
I don't, because it gives you a huge picture of all the different kinds of species and stuff.
But not even just that. In the fourth or fifth movie, we're on the Millennium Falcon for so fucking long.
No,
So, like...
I thought you were about to, like...
No. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a scenery thing and we're like, this took too long, do we fly in a ship for a shit ton of the fourth or fifth movie?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. I keep hitting your phone. Sorry.
you're fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know whatever people say about the sixth movie and the opening scene. I fucking love the opening scene. But
I don't hate the opening scene. It's
yeah,
just-
but you don't like it.
I don't dislike it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. But it's also just like
Would you go to a Max Rebo concert?
probably it'd be kind of cool. But
I would love to play the instrument he plays.
So speaking of the sixth movie, number 7,
Oh, God.
it just says the Ewoks. Them being controversial in the aspect of them being just annoying and cringy.
Dude, I guess people hate the sixth movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I guess you could have made it a different species, but, like, the whole point was they were supposed to be, like, primitive.
Yeah.
And, like, they're fucking bears who are, like, in the Stone Age.
I mean, some of the things, like, I think people argue is, like, how easy the stormtroopers just die.
That's
And
been
it's
an
like-
issue in everything.
Well, right. It's like, I don't know.
That's one of the biggest issues of the fourth, fifth, and sixth movie is that the bad guys who control the galaxy suck. How is that possible?
Yeah.
Like TIE fighters are cool, but they fucking kind of suck when it comes to the fighting. The AT-ATs do work until they get fucking tripped, and then the fucking stormtroopers suck.
Yeah.
So, like, I love stormtroopers, but, like, you go into it going, like, yeah, they fucking suck. They're a bunch of, like, people they take off the streets. You fucking train them shitty. And then they get hit in the head with a rock and they fucking, they die.
They get hit in the head with a rock. And
I mean, maybe
dead.
the rocks aren't the same type of, maybe the Ewoks are super strong and those rocks are fucking heavy.
I don't know. I could see the aspect where, like,
There is a whole, like, I think there's a whole comic where they talk about how the Empire, like, was using too much money. And so they started making the clone armor, or not the clone, but the stormtrooper armor shitty. And that could be a reason. Because I know after that, the First Order made the armor better because the stormtrooper armor was so shitty. But I don't know.
yeah, it just,
I'm looking at a little plush Ewok right now.
it's basically like, why do we have the introduction to the Emperor, Luke. It just popped up with an ad. Sorry, so I couldn't read it. But Luke confronting Vader again, and we're just cutting back to scenes with the Ewoks. And it's like, okay, well, there's a battle going on.
Yeah, like they're like all of the ships are gonna die if they don't fucking take out the fucking what do they call it? Force field, force shield. Akbar's like, we gotta get the shields down.
Yeah.
Like, the moon is what is like.
It's a trap.
Okay, Klaus. But like, it's not like it's unimportant. They just decided, like, would you want it just to have been a forest and it be Han, Chewie, and Leia going against 100,000, like, not 100,000, hundreds of stormtroopers?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I guess you could have had a cooler fucking, like, animal or, like,
I don't
species.
think so.
But, like,
I don't have a problem with them at all. Maybe the deaths of the stormtroopers were a little
it was
ridiculous
probably
at
also
times.
just, like,
But like that's still like
the word?
even
Like-
with the stormtroopers dying, that's not on the Ewoks. That's on just the people making the movie. You know what I mean? Like you chose them to die. From
well,
the
I think a
little
lot
rock.
of people wish that they were like not as like cuddly cute, but I think that was to where it was like, what's the word? Like kids would be able to ingest it better. Like, oh, these little cute things are killing them, so it's not that
I
bad.
think we still forget at the end of the day that Star Wars was made for kids.
I
to
don't
an
know if I
extent.
love that. I
To an
don't
extent,
think it really was. But like,
I
I
think
think like kids as in like under 18, yeah. But I also don't think under 12. I feel like it was made for teenagers.
I think the original trilogy could have been for younger as well.
I feel like it's way less for younger people than the first, like than 1, 2, and 3 are. 1, 2, and 3 is all colorful and
yeah, but the problem is
playful and shit.
That's because of the time difference of making.
I
the
mean,
movies,
yeah, but
also
they could have made some colorful ass
Well, all
scenes,
the
like the most colorful shit's on Endor.
all the political shit. Fucking kids aren't going to be enjoying
I mean, it's
that.
political in the fourth. If Vader fucking chokes the guy out for talking,
Yeah,
like,
I don't know, but I don't know why people have such a problem with the Ewoks. I just don't get it.
I mean, you're a 6 movie hater. Why do you hate it?
It's my second favorite Star Wars movie. It's my second favorite Star Wars movie.
I don't know. To be fair, we've made lists before. I feel like my opinion on my favorites changes all the time, and I don't ever remember what we say. There's probably someone who's like, they've definitely contradicted themselves like 8 times. And I'm
Probably.
like, that's definitely what has happened.
Well, I think there's a couple of them that you could move around a little bit depending on.
I mean, I don't think anybody's going to say 2 is their favorite. I don't know how someone says 4 is their favorite. I understand 3, I understand 5, I understand 6, and like I can't really understand 1, but I could see all those other ones, like 1 being your second favorite or third, but like I don't know. I think 5, 6, and 3 are just
the problem with
that
one,
much better.
The 1 has some of the best scenes. We have the pod racing scenes. We have one of the best.
People hate being on Tatooine.
I
People don't
think-
like the Tusken Raiders. We found that out with Boba.
I think it's funny that people don't like Tatooine and they keep going back to Tatooine in every fucking project.
That's why people hate what's happening. Like, dude, people talk about hating how everything comes back to Tatooine. And don't get me wrong, like, I think they should move on now. We've gone back enough. But
Maybe now, but I haven't had an issue with it until like now, I guess. I haven't really had a major issue with it. Like, there's a lot of shit. That goes
my
on at
major issue was
Tatooine.
just the Boba Fett show, which took place on Tatooine.
Well, that's where he was. He was on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Also, that's where Jabba is and shit. I mean, you kind of.
I think there's another thing too where people like think there's too many main characters that are from or on Tatooine.
Yeah. It's a lot of shit that goes down on Tatooine. All right, so another big topic. So number 6.
Oh, we just did 6.
No, we did 7. 6, midichlorians being introduced in the Star Wars galaxy.
See, I am conflicted because I understand. I don't like whoever made the list of the metachlorian counts because I feel like
I
some of
think
them
that-
are severely wrong.
I think they've all been fan made.
But that's the issue is I feel like they're severely wrong.
I've never seen like an official list.
They've probably made like Lucasfilm like books that said one person's, and they went, well, based off this guy, like X, Y, and Z. But like, there's some people's who just doesn't make sense. Like Obi-Wan's is too low in my opinion.
Well, I've seen lists where Obi-Wan's either really low or really high.
I think he should be on the higher end.
Well, I've seen
for the fights
I've
that
seen
he
him-
takes on.
I've seen him be up there with like Mace Windu.
I think he's like definitely below him, but I don't think he's much further below him.
I think the last one that I saw where he was close, it was like 18,500 for Mace Windu and then 18,000 for Obi-Wan.
Oh, see, I think he should sit in the 17.
I've seen him as low as 12.
Yeah, 12 is. That's the one I'm talking about. Like 12 is fucking crazy.
I've seen him as low as 12, and like they don't even take you if you're not above 10.
Yeah, like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know where we got the notion that Obi-Wan was
Ahsoka's
significantly
is like
weak.
13.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan is not lower than Ahsoka. Like that doesn't make any sense.
So I understand where people get upset with the aspect of Star Wars. When it came out originally, it was super mystical. You had all these mystical things, and it was like it was supposed to be where it was like unimaginable. Whatever, I can't say that word.
unimaginable.
Yeah, like something that's just completely not real.
They tried to intertwine science,
Yeah.
and they don't do correct science.
Well, that's
Like
Star Wars.
parsecs is not time; it's distance.
Yeah.
But
literally, that's
Metachlorians like don't make sense, but like
But Star Wars is supposed to defy shit like that. That's the thing.
yeah, but they try to do other things that make it make sense, and
Yeah.
they should just go with this doesn't make sense.
So I mean, me personally, with the Metachlorians, I think it makes sense that you have like certain, like basically capped out abilities for people. That's like if you work out and you're naturally getting to a certain point, like you naturally will end up eventually, if you're actually training seriously and you're doing it based on science and all this other shit, you're gonna get to a point where maybe you've reached your natural limit. Yeah, sure, that's a lot further than people probably think before they like hop on like stuff. I can't really say that before they get on stuff, but same difference with you can't talk about stuff like that.
We're not a fitness
It
podcast.
still doesn't matter. You can't.
I can say steroids. You can't say like TRT. You can say steroids.
No,
What do you mean you can't?
you can't.
When we can get it striked for it?
You'll get like monetized for it. Yeah,
Whatever.
that's why people say gear. But I understand there being like a limit to people's abilities. Like that makes sense to me.
I do not like. The numbers are terrible. For example, like Anakin's typically put in like I've seen him at as low as 27 to 25,000 to 37,000.
I've only seen him as high. I've only seen the highest one I've ever seen says 27 plus.
And see his, I don't think he should have a number. It doesn't make sense to have a number. It's like, but you know what I mean? We don't know his number.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one's an impossible number to have. You basically went, all right, what did we put Mace Windu at? Okay, we got to put Yoda a little higher, and then we got to put like Luke and Leia a little higher because they're the son of the chosen one, and then let's just add 5 to theirs. And that's what they did. They added like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Like they're typically at 22 to 23,000, and he's usually 27 plus.
Yeah. The highest I've ever seen is literally says 27,000.
I think I've seen
plus.
37,000 before.
I just wish that Lucasfilm would come out with like an official numbers. I think.
Well,
that
now
would-
no.
Yeah.
Ray's
But,
would be like 26,000, and Anakin's would be like 2605.
I've seen lists where they're the same.
Yeah, dude. People want to shove her down your throat so bad. Like, can we just not like something and that just be what it is? I know that's contradictory to what we say,
Yeah.
and I know that. But like, it's one of those things that so many people hate that. Where I'm not saying like I don't understand. You're just like wrong.
I'm not mad with her being like, with how they did everything and how she's kind of Palpatine's granddaughter.
But in that sense, she can't be higher than Luke and Leia. She can't be higher than Yoda because he's on par with Palpatine.
Yeah.
And so is Mace Windu. So she has to be below all of them.
I could see her being higher than Palpatine.
How?
I don't
It's
know.
Palpatine's clone's kid. There's no way she's higher, based off of the way Anakin's works.
Yeah, it's Palpatine's granddaughter, but it's a clone. Yeah.
So even if he cloned his DNA, it would still drop by at least 4,000 to 5,000, because that's what we see with Anakin to Luke and Leia. So no matter what, she'd be below that, and all of those characters are higher, or like Palpatine's usually in that like 20.
You say higher.
Three.
The real thing you should be saying should be higher, because that's not what they're gonna do if they had a real number.
Okay, but let's say they're 27. He's 27, Anakin. His kids are 23. Palpatine's probably 22. Yoda's probably like 21 and a half to 22. Mace should be 20 to 21.
One of the last
She should not be higher than 20.
One of the last lists I've seen had Anakin at 27, had Rey at 27, had Kylo at 2650,
That makes no sense.
and had
How does he have more?
but he had less. He had not 2650.
I guess technically
26,500. So he had 500 less than Anakin and Rey, and then he had 2,000.
We don't need just round.
2,500 more than Luke and Leia, and they had 2,000 more than Palpatine.
And don't get me wrong, like I kind of made it seem like because it's your kid, you lose it. Like technically they could be higher, but even based off her character, like she's not gonna be higher. Like I don't know.
I'm not mad with them introducing the midichlorians. I think
Sorry, my lights just flickered. I don't know what happened.
I think it gives you like, all right, like I think it makes sense to have like a capped out scale for everybody. Like I think it makes sense. You individually could be better than some other people, but also you also have your limits, regardless of what that is. Like that's how it works in our world.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like that makes sense. And it's like, all right, you have Anakin that's supposed to be the chosen one, which is a topic for later. But he should be the highest. It shouldn't be close. So I don't know. I don't hate it. I understand why people are upset with the mystical aspect. I still don't think it takes away from it being mystical. The Force is still mystical as it is. So it's like, all right, like what are we talking about? So I don't understand that at all. Okay, so number 5, we have which Star Wars movie is the best?
The best movie is 5.
I think you have the movies where it's like you have the critically acclaimed, and then whatever your favorite movie is what your favorite
The best
movie is.
story is 3. The best movie is 5.
People would disagree with that because they think that Anakin's fall is rushed, even though if you watch all the movies, I don't know how you think it's rushed. All the shitty things that happen.
He's a rash character.
From the very beginning.
Yeah, like
From the first movie.
he chooses to leave his mom and thinks about it one time and then doesn't give a fuck. Like he does, but he doesn't go back.
He doesn't go back until he starts seeing visions of her dying.
Yeah, and even then he waits.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like honestly, if you say any of the original 6 are your favorite movie, go ahead. Like you can give me your reasons. There's probably pretty good reasons for why you personally think that. But
Oh, if it's your personal favorite, I don't really like.
But when it comes to things, obviously because of time, the best looking movie is the third movie.
Dude, when we went and watched that in theaters, that bitch looks like it's better than most movies that come out
and
now.
we're not talking about any of the other ones. Like 7, 8, 9, they look good. They can go fuck themselves. We're not even going to talk about that. We're talking about the movies that matter. The best looking of the movies that matter is the third one.
I still think the third movie looks better than some of the shit in the newer ones.
Scenery, Rogue One looks really good.
Oh, I was just talking about the sequels.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there are good ass fucking camera work and shit like that. Like, there's some crazy shit in the sequels that looks good, but there's also shit that doesn't. So,
I mean, yeah, I think
the choreography in 789 is fucking hilarious, dude. Like they literally were like, just move around.
But yeah, when it comes back to saying which one's the best, you have the best critically and you have the best, which is your favorite, and that's whatever your favorite is for whatever reason. 1 through 6 only.
Yeah, like I think the best Star Wars movie is the third movie, but I think the best movie is the fifth.
Yeah, I agree.
I understand why people like the fourth movie because it's one of those like, it's almost like a time capsule of how movies were being made at that time, and I think the fifth movie just does it better,
Yeah.
and it does it significantly better in my opinion. So that it kind of makes me overlook the fourth movie a lot, just because it's like, why would I watch like a not as good version of a similar movie?
Right.
Especially with like the coloring and the camera and the characters. And then the sixth movie is like out there, but like I personally like the sixth movie more than I like the fifth movie, but I know it's not as good of a movie. Like I understand why people being like, okay, the Ewoks are like this, but then like in my head I look at it as this, so like it doesn't bother me that they're like cute and cuddly and they kill the stormtroopers, because I think that's a funny idea. And then like the whole opening scene, I love the like Mos Eisley cantina-esque type vibe of Jabba's palace, and how like, dude, they're fucking smugglers having fun with a feast, and sounds fucked up, but like women, but that's like the kind of thing that's always pictured with them. Yeah, like I love that side. Now, is that scene maybe a little long? I could see that, but
That's my biggest issue.
it's not
with
that
it.
long though. Like like they're in Jabba's palace for a long time, but shit's happening.
Yeah.
It's not like we're steadied camera on this dancing and singing.
I still think it's
like,
a
I don't think
little
people
long.
bitch when Leia gets there and when Luke gets there. It's only the opening scene where they're like singing.
I just think there's a lot of Jabba shit happening, and I feel like
He's a main part
well,
of
so
it.
I think the biggest issue that I have, and then maybe other people have, is like we're supposed to be getting to the Luke and Vader stuff. That's where we're supposed to be getting in this movie, and the whole Jabba shit from the very beginning until Jabba dies is a long chunk of the movie. Regardless if there's stuff happening, and there's nothing wrong with what's happening, I just think there's a lot of it in the movie.
I think it's Luke's way of putting an end to his life on Tatooine. And to free Tatooine, those things need to happen.
Again, I don't hate it.
And they also need to get Han back. So
I don't hate it. Maybe I gave the wrong impression 400 episodes ago, I feel like. But it just feels long. That's it.
But like, it doesn't feel long when they're on Hoth. They're on Hoth for fucking ever.
I think they are on Hoth forever.
They're in the Millennium Falcon for fucking ever. They're like everything in Star Wars. We're here for fucking ever. That's my biggest thing.
I guess.
Is like, yeah, like, were we on Hoth? Is there different like scenery on Hoth? Yes, it's all snow. Like, I get that, like, we're in the main palace corridors a long time, but like, it's not like characters aren't moving in and out, and this character shows up and that character shows up and then they move. Like, don't get me wrong, it's long, but like the same thing can be said about all the other ones.
Okay, so moving on to number 4, we have the viewing order of the movies.
Oh my god, dude, I've seen so much crazy shit. Shout out David Corns, but
Okay, one.
what a weird way to watch it.
One, just eliminate the sequels. Don't worry about them.
Yeah, so we have the traditional of 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Let's only talk about the first 6.
Yeah, fuck the rest of them.
I think there's 3 ways to view the movies. You have when they came out, which I think's fine.
Traditional.
Yes.
4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
You have chronological,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
obviously, and then I've briefly talked to you about this other order that I think is an interesting.
talking about
way to-
David's?
Probably. It's where you watch 4 and 5 first,
And then watch 1, 2, 3,
and then you watch
6.
1, 2, and 3, and then you watch 6. And
I fucking hate that.
I like it. And the reason why I think it works is because you have Darth Vader depicted as this evil, horrible being. And then you have 4 and 5, and then he's like trying to get Luke to turn to the dark side, and you're like, all right, this guy's fucking gone for good. He's really just a bad guy. Then you have his original story where he falls to being a bad guy, and you're like, oh, there's no hope for this guy.
Actually, you know what?
You have no hope for this guy whatsoever. And then you watch 6, and then you watch him come back to the light, and it means more for Darth Vader specifically.
You know what order I just thought of too that I like better than that one You watch 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 6. Because I feel like you get the intro story of those two into the war. And then you jump to after the war, and you get the intro story of them. But then you jump back to see the betrayal, and then go to 6.
I mean,
it's similar, but I think you should watch 1, 2 first.
You do have him waver in the second movie where he kills all the Tusken Raiders.
He give you a little just...
Yeah.
And then you see, and then you're like, damn, that's the same guy. How does he get here? It makes the how did he get here way a longer process.
So 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 6.
3, 6. I think that's better than 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6.
I think both of them work. It depends on how you want to. It depends on where you want to watch the older movies at and what time. You know what I mean? Because visually speaking, it's easier to watch the prequels visually.
That's why I feel like it's an easier jump in too. Yeah. You get a little fun, and you're like in there at the pod race, and then you're like, that dude has 2 lightsabers. And you're like, oh my god, that motherfucker died. And then you jump to the second one. It's like, dude, his mother and this factory and these people, and then
war started.
And then we jump, and we're like, who the fuck are these people?
So we just gave
I feel like it's starting with 4, 5, and then not watching 6 kind of doesn't make sense.
Well, we just gave you 4 ways to watch it, and
if you've never seen it and you know people haven't seen it, one of you watch it 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, and then the other one watch it 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 6, and report back. That would be awesome.
Yeah. So I'm gonna lump 2 and 3 together. You basically have who's the strongest Force user and the Chosen One debate.
Okay, strongest Force user. Canonically?
I would assume, yes.
Uncanonically, it's Luke. It's not even fucking close.
Yeah.
Do the Mortis gods count? I think we're talking about people who are people.
I think we're talking about people that are in the movies.
Non-canonically, however you say it, Luke.
Yeah.
Canonically, the best use of power is Palpatine. I think it's like Palpatine, Yoda, Anakin. In that order, and then I see, dude, Luke doesn't use the Force that much. That's the thing that kind of fucking blows.
I would agree with what you just said. Like those are like the top 3.
And then Mace, just episode 3. That scene's crazy.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't get to do much either until the 3rd movie, so probably Palpatine. Canonically in the movies, which is what this made it seem like on the article, I would say it has to be Palpatine. Even in if you even include the sequels and you have him in the 9th movie, it's still Palpatine. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think it's Palpatine. And then, all right, let's go to the Chosen One. So you brought up Luke. People think Luke's the Chosen One. People think Rey's the Chosen One.
Okay, so the Rey debate can get the fuck out of here.
Well, she was technically born to a father, so regardless if it was a clone, it was still a person. So
it's wrong.
Yeah.
Immediately.
It's just wrong. So was Luke. Luke was born to Darth Vader as the dad.
I think the argument for Luke, it's not that they're saying that the Chosen One prophecy is what Luke is, but they're saying like because Chosen One is not just a Star Wars thing. It's like everything fucking uses that thing now, but I mean, I don't know who people say stole it from what, but I know Dune uses a similar thing, and
Harry Potter.
They actually do a double.
They literally just say it in the movie.
Lord of the Rings has a similar idea, but like that's the thing is that like I understand where they come from with the Luke, and him being like the Chosen One in their eyes because they saw 4, 5, and 6 first, but so did we. Yeah. Like we watched 4, 5, 6, and then watched 1, 2, knowing that
the Chosen One wasn't a thing until they made the prequels. And then if you read what the Chosen One prophecy
that's
says,
the thing. I don't think they're arguing that if you read the prophecy that it means Luke. I think they're arguing that it's like fuck the prophecy. If there's a Chosen One in the Star Wars universe, it's Luke.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
They're not.
I get what
when
you're
they're
saying.
arguing it, they're not arguing that the prophecy is Luke. They're arguing that like, if you were gonna pick a Chosen One in this universe, like you would for Harry Potter or for this, you'd pick Luke.
You'd pick Luke. I got you.
I don't think that is wrong. if Legends were allowed to exist.
Right.
Legends, I could see the argument that Luke is. Without Legends,
Right.
though, no.
If you're just picking somebody, yes. But then when you have the prophecy of the chosen one, the prophecy of the chosen one is Anakin, and that's not a debate. It's literally the only thing that makes sense.
I basically think a lot of people are just like, fuck the prophecy
I
that
gotcha.
they came up with.
If you're just picking a chosen one based in the Star Wars universe that has nothing to do with the prophecy, I could see the argument for Luke.
But here's the thing, and this is the reason I don't at the same time, is because as much as he, like, helps his father switch back, like, he still had to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I think it's this grip that people have who love 4, 5, and 6 that they want to hate 1, 2, and 3, that they can't. Like, it's an Anakin Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
And the reason we call it the Skywalker is because Luke takes on that role.
Right.
But Anakin doesn't disappear.
Yeah.
He just becomes Darth Vader.
Yeah. And then he becomes one of the Force.
And that's
after
that's the thing is, like, Legends helps a lot with both sides. It makes Luke a legitimate chosen one type character, but it all, like, the comics of Vader in his own head gives him mad chosen one, like, insurance. I don't even know how to put it, like, backing, because, like, dude, he goes through, like, he knew for a long time that Luke was his son, but the first time he confronts him is in the 5th movie. But he knew a long time, because there's a scene where he's on why am I just absolutely blanking on the type of ship? Like the like a star. What the fuck?
Star Destroyer?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm like blanking.
Like,
He's
is
like
that
on a
right?
Star Destroyer, and you just see him grab his fist, and he like cracks all of the glass around
He
him.
almost killed everybody.
And he basically was on the borderline that he was gonna let go and just shatter it,
That's
but
what he
chose to like hold it.
So that's when he finds out that Luke, or like he had kids that survived when Padme died. You didn't really explain any of that. You just said Vader was on a starship and then he fucking destroyed it. So basically, Boba.
Well, I was explaining that's when
Right.
that's when he found out that Luke
Right.
like Luke was his son.
Yeah, Boba Fett had an encounter with. Was it with Luke or was it with somebody else and then mentioned Luke?
I think it was a little bit of both.
Maybe. But anyways, Boba Fett was the one that told him that he heard the name Skywalker, and Vader lost his shit, damn near killed everybody. So.
Yeah, it's like when he because they start trying to track down who blew up the Death Star, and they were talking about like who was the pilot, and they're basically like, I got a name, and Vader's like, who, and it's one of those scenes where he's like looking out into the stars and Boba's behind him, and he's just like, I got a name, and he's like, Skywalker, and then Boba leaves and he just crushes the glass to the point that it like explodes into space. But I understand why if you saw 4, 5, and 6 and had because like we watched 4, 5, 6, but then we just immediately watched 1, 2, and 3. But I can see if you watched 4, 5, and 6 and then went into 1, 2, and 3 as like an adult, teenager, grown adult, like you could be like, I don't have the attachment to this character because I grew this attachment to that character who was the main character of this story.
Yeah.
But when you look at it from a whole, from like my perspective, I'm like, is Luke the main character or is Vader the main character?
So,
is it the triangle of the Skywalker family?
I'm glad you brought all this up because the article was only basically talking about the prophecy, which if you go based off the prophecy, it's Anakin and it's not even a debate. Like if you
it's
actually
so specific.
Yeah, if you read the prophecy specifically what it says, there is only one character that makes sense. So it's Anakin. But if you're talking the way you're talking about it being like, oh, it's just the chosen one of the Star Wars universe. I mean, like you said, at the end of the day,
it's like the
at the end of the
model
day,
of a character, the model of the chosen one that people argue. That article's wrong in that sense, but
yeah. Well, it didn't say who it was. It just said the argument. They're just listing the arguments and then why people are arguing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they misunderstood, or people misunderstand what the actual because this is what the argument legitimately is,
Right.
not who is the prophecy about. It's clearly not about Luke.
All right, so the number one debate. You ready for it?
No.
Number one Star Wars debate. Who shot first, Han or Greedo?
Okay, this isn't a debate. Han shot first, and they changed it.
Yeah.
There's a guy at my job. We've had like 5 of these conversations at least. We talk about it all the time because like it changes the dynamic of that character.
It does.
And here's the thing. I think at the time, especially because of what was happening, coming out of Vietnam and coming out of wars, Han shooting first, a lot of like children and I think females and maybe young males would have looked at it as, man, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
If that would have came out now, we'd be like, that's fucking awesome. Because
Yeah.
we're so desensitized to death, especially in movies like that where it's like, he fucking kills Greedo. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he shot another human.
Obi-Wan cut somebody's arm off 10 seconds ago.
Yeah. But like, Han 100% shot first, and they changed it because they thought it was too much.
Yeah. That's it. That's the debate.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is where I almost like, Han is this like weird character where like everyone loves him, especially if you're like at like this current age, like 45 back. A lot of people love Han.
Yeah.
And obviously, like 7, 8, 9 might have changed it a little bit, but from the 4, 5, and 6, like people, I think Han's like a lot of people's favorite character. I think it changes a little bit about him, and that's the direction they went because it kind of was like, man, this guy's fucking just shooting people.
Yeah.
Like he's into some real shit. Not, I'm into some real shit. This guy tried to shoot me, so I shot him protecting myself. Like, no, you fucking killed that guy because he was coming after you.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, he was coming after you, but it was kind of a normal conversation before he blasted him.
I mean, he pulled up with a gun on him. I mean,
Everybody's got guns.
It depends on how you're looking at it, but I do agree. It definitely changes Han's character a lot.
Yeah, I think on YouTube you can see videos if you guys want to check it out, but like you can't buy that anymore unless you go to some vintage place because like it was on like the first edition release. And then since then, they flooded the market with the 90s and the early 2000s versions. And then they came out with a DVD and changed a bunch of shit. And then now it's on Disney Plus and they changed a bunch of shit again. So, like, I know, like, the 6 movie, the like, singing scene, that wasn't in the original 6 movie. Like, the scene was way different than that. They added a bunch of that singing shit in. Like, that wasn't an original thing either. And, like, dude, and don't get me wrong, like, is that a good change? Is it a bad change? Don't really know. Don't remember it enough if I've even ever seen the other way.
Yeah.
But I do think it makes a big difference with the Han one, though. Like, it legitimately would change how you meet that character.
Yeah.
But Han 100% shot first, though.
Yeah. I thought this was fun. I don't know about you.
Yeah, he just threw this on me. It was great.
I texted him last night. I was like, you know what? I have a video idea. We're gonna do this tomorrow.
This doesn't usually happen.
Yeah. But I had fun. Maybe we could find some more. See if there's some different stuff.
There's like I just said, like I just brought up the 6 movie. Like there's tons of these.
There's endless stuff, but I do feel like these were some of like the hot button stuff, so like the main hot takes you're gonna see.
Yeah.
So I thought this was fun.
A little too sequel heavy for my liking, but
it was a little sequel heavy. But
yeah.
You got anything else? All right, guys. It's been My Trick Media. Thanks.